You and Shadowheart found your peace in a country farmstead with a pack of pets and a garden of night orchids. You were basking beneath the silver moon after a midnight swim one night when you notice a letter among your discarded clothes.
I'm posh. Look at me.
An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Oh, it's been a while already. Everyone scattered off, but now we're coming back. Report back a little bit on how things are going. It has to be nighttime for Astarion.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Whoa, it's been so long since we've had a proper celebration that I suddenly remember the last time we...
I cannot remember the last time I heard the Ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap. Cool.
What the hell is that?
I must be careful to not overindulge tonight, lest I lose control and slip into
Oh,
bare
Shadowheart.
Face I know well indeed.
Shadowheart. The last time we celebrated was when we helped tieflings at Druid's Grove.
You don't like me enjoying myself, do you, Shah?
I expect that.
What a surprise.
Other reunions to which I was not invited.
Vengeful exile, Minthara. Shadowheart? Retired adventurer. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's Withers' party! Wither got us here! Now that dust has settled, Withers has gathered my remaining companions and followers for a celebration of all we accomplished. I should find out what everyone's been up to. Well, I know what Shadowheart's been up to, I guess, because we've been together. Scratch! No. There's no potion of animal speaking. How the hell am I gonna... I can't talk to you. Oh no!
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
I'm so glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite companion. I'm sorry, I can't see this.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement. He seems excited in a way you recognize. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped.
Oh!
But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Get out of the woods! Scratch! Where the hell did you find this, boy?
He whines. Let's talk, more throw.
Scratch! Come here, boy! I wish I had a potion of animal speaking, but we don't. Unfortunately. That's okay, we can communicate by heart. Okay, now actually let me see you, boy. Don't just... Inert astral prism.
Me.
Oh my gosh.
Scratch yaps a request you know well. Fetch.
Pet your old friend again first. Without the weeds being in the way. Best boy in the realms, Scratch. Hey, Scratch! This artifact, once so powerful, now sits empty. and quiet. Scratch! Good boy. Not gonna give it back to me?
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Wanna play fetch? Does anybody here have a potion of animal speaking? That could be nice. I still have the freaking necromancy of Thay, seriously. Of everything. Let's go, boy. Oh, Shadowheart. It's been hurting so frequently, hasn't it? What does it actually do? Your old wound is racking your body with an intense, mysterious pain.
I'm going to enjoy myself. And you can't stop me. Back to the shadows with you.
A most welcome sight.
Hello, Lae'zel. How are you? Faerun's own, astrally projected. Oh, she's not really here. While your body resides in the cold expanses of the astral sea, you have projected a likeness of yourself here for the evening.
I'm glad for it. For this.
I'll save Shadowheart. Hi, Lae'zel. Oh, I can't.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
You need to let me click on her, man.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
I'm so glad to hear, especially since in the middle of our journey we had the whole, you know, the love triangle thing going on. Feels like a lifetime ago now. It's good to see you.
It's nice to hear it. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Where are you now, that you couldn't be here in the flesh?
Shractalore.
Shractalore? I've never heard of it. Should I have?
I wouldn't expect you to. The capital city of the Githzerai. An exiled people.
Oh.
Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minthara through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
But are you like the top Githyanki now then? It sounds like you have an important role, but also not at the very top if you're the envoy, essentially. Hold on. The great warrior Lae'zel on a diplomatic mission?
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
Tell Shadowheart.
Minthara Gith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free.
So the Githyanki.
But But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Undeniable indeed. When will I see you again? Perhaps when Blackheath is destroyed and the Githyanki are truly free? I wonder what that means for the Githyanki at large now. Does everybody know the truth behind Blackheath yet? Sounds like it's taking a while.
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you.
Oh.
I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle.
Yes.
I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Are you leaving already? Have your projection stay a bit more. Oh! Yeah, Orpheus was accusing me of stealing eggs, but you have it. What has become of the egg, Lae'zel? Has it hatched?
So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zaan. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zaan's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior, poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire.
I feel like if we told all the Githyanki about what happened with the Absolute and how Orpheus saved everyone would turn against Blackheath pretty easily. But I guess the propaganda might go both ways, and she's been telling them things too. Don't be a stranger, Lae'zel. Stick around.
This is nice. Yes. I think that's the right word for it.
Lae'zel loves so violently. It's like, I missed you. And even if someone tried to kill me to tell me not to say it, I still have to say it.
This is...
Alright. Gale.
There you are.
Hello, Gale.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy.
Oh.
Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Can we just give him a hug? A simple hug? I want to give Karlach a hug. I don't care if it burns me. I just want to give her one, okay? It's fine. I'll give him a hug, whatever. God, this is really reminding me of that night when we were celebrating at Druid's Grove and everybody started hitting on me, including Gale.
Well, that was quite lovely. I'm glad you're as pleased to see me as I am you. I have to say, I'm quite grateful to just be Gale for the evening. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last.
His neck is okay.
Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Intellect devourers don't even have mouths, do they? I feel like Gale would make a good teacher, though. He would be an interesting teacher. Yes. Yes. Don't worry. I can say from experience, you're an excellent teacher.
Ah, so you still remember our little lesson.
I do.
It was quite something to share such a moment with you, though it vanished all too quickly. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake. And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Oh, I've just been in a cottage with Shadowheart and all that. I do remember that moment, though. One of the most memorable moments of my entire journey, I think. That moment we were in camp and you showed me the weave. I found the love of my life. I'd say I'm pretty happy.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps.
Oh, no.
I'm sure they'll have plenty of questions for you.
I'm not a lecturer. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring my girlfriend? Wife? Here? We'll teach it together. Perhaps Shadowheart and I can give the lecture together.
I don't see why not. 2 heads are better than 1. Unless you're dealing with an Etin.
What is an Etin?
Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower.
Are you back at Waterdeep?
It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Where did you say your academy was? Did you say where your academy was?
I can't believe this is real. Never thought we'd gather like this again. It's quite... yes, it's really quite lovely.
The thing you said about having a new lease on life is so true.
I told you our friend was near.
Hello, Minsc. Wait, Gale is Professor Decarios. Minsc, the Mad Rashomar.
Boo! We are not dreaming.
Oh,
It
Boo,
is
hello!
our old friend.
Boo is out. It's good to see you too, Minsc.
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsc began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell.
So,
Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsc to cover.
ew. Ew. You were in a cell? What for?
Minsc and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsc and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference.
Oh my gosh.
It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsc still has his fists, no?
How did you even make it out? Does Jaheira know you're off the leash?
She told Minsc and Boo to behave themselves, which is why we shall be back in our cell by dawn.
Oh.
But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
It feels wrong that the great hero of Baldur's Gate is in a cell. Only for like a little bit, right? You're not... Something about the gallows? What did you say? Oh, God. cares? Give me a bloody hug.
Embrace me, my friend! And should you feel a squirming, know that it is only Boo. Or perhaps the buffet has gone bad.
Ooh. Boo doing an excellent job of balancing on Minsc.
You are quite coated in hamster hair. Now, wherever you go, Boo goes too.
Uh-oh. Don't commit crimes then. Hug aside. Just living my life. Now that I found someone to live it with.
Aha, the lovebirds still nest together then? Minsc is glad. For what is life without a companion?
Minsc and Boo.
Though I am thinking yours does not sit on your shoulders, eh? Ah, you are right, Boo. That is none of Minsc's business. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsc shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, Boo.
Oh, goodness.
Though I see no soap, so you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Well, I'm glad to see Minsc is doing well.
Away, my friend! Minsc shall soon strip, and Boo would not see you blinded.
I might want to stick around for that. Oh.
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Is that Minthara? Minthara, how are you doing?
You have managed to survive without me. A welcome surprise.
Did you go
Nice
back
to
to
return to familiar
Menzoberranzan?
So, here we are. A gathering of allies at a cold campsite with no servants to attend us and few luxuries to enjoy. Ah, we could have been conquerors. We could have ruled these realms as gods. Do you ever regret that we did not take control of the Netherbrain?
I don't. How do you feel? You of all people should be glad the Absolute's no more. It nearly destroyed you.
True. But what better revenge could there be than enslaving the abomination that was the author of my torment? I shall not dwell on the past, though. The future is unwritten and rich with possibilities.
And what mark have you been making, Minthara?
I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well.
You went back.
Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed.
Is Lolth a god? A goddess? If so, that might be... take a little bit of effort. Ooh. Sounds like you need no help from me.
Naturally. A fledgling god is of little use where my plans are concerned.
I'm not a fledgling
you may
god.
observe my works if you lack sufficient occupations of your own, but do not interfere. Unless you wish to learn how fleeting divinity can be.
I'm a god?
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
I'm a god? Wait, what was that? Fledgling god.
This night shall
I'm a
be
fledgling
done sooner
god?
than any of us would like. I hope we meet again.
Wish we had gotten to know you a little bit deeper, Minthara, but it was nice to have you on our adventures too. Despite the very... the hidden way that we had to get you by. Hello, Karlach! Reluctant Scourge of Avernus, and Wyll, the Blade of Avernus. Hey, Karlach.
Oh, shit.
How you feeling?
Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Withers, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier. It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
Was I always dirty? Hey, I'm so glad to see you're happy to see me too, because that means that's sort of implicitly saying you're glad you lived. I've missed you too.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Wyll and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop.
Can they normally not come
Still,
back on their own?
Having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side.
Oh!
Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside of Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlach yet, soldier.
It's fixable then. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad you didn't give up. Oh, that's so nice. And what was that? You and Wyll! You and Wyll are a thing now. Oh, congratulations. I wonder if it's really difficult for Wyll to be in Avernus then. Because it's really, really hot, right? It's just right for Karlach, but for Wyll, a normal human, it's kind of tough. But, like she says, maybe people can do anything for love. I'm so glad to hear you might be able to fix your heart. You must be so happy.
Trying not to count my owlbears before they've hatched. But the thought of coming back to Baldur's Gate keeps me going. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Yes! Of course. Withers brought you back temporarily? You had better, or I'll hunt you down myself.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two.
We can spar.
Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Nice to return.
Look at this place. At us. This is the best party I've ever been to.
Her heart getting fixed had nothing to do with anything we did in our entire journey.
It smells so good here.
But I'm glad it's happening.
Good song, good company, and good wine from the looks.
What is this? Chest of Grateful Words.
What's cooking?
Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, we'll read a few, go talk to some people and read a few again. The official guild letter. Is someone playing music? To the hero of the realms, we have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck to the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories, not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats awesome and terrible, the lives you've saved and sundered, the friendships you've found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting, to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination and such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest regret, the Guild of Great Genius. A little bit fourth wall breaking-ish. Letter from Barkus. To whom it may concern, Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Thus, an update. The Iron Hand gnomes are nearly beyond help, but I've managed to yoke them into something resembling a coherent force for innovation. We've been hired to assist in the city's reconstruction, and our steam-powered object motorations are helping to move building supplies in every part of the city. It's nothing, really. I am well. I trust you are too. We deserve it after all, don't we? I'm glad. Glad to hear.
Other reunions to which I was
Yeah.
not in.
The city's getting rebuilt. Letter from Art. Art Culla? What are you doing? What are you doing, Karlach? Burning up the place? To an old acquaintance, I write to you from the sunny porch of the Last Light Inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out. Builders, visitors, the children of all ages in Halsin's care. I can no longer hold a quill or eat without assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me.
I fear I am
Thaniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes. And as our old songs drift on the wind, ever louder, I know I have mere days left. Arkala, remember? That was the guy that was sleeping, but not voluntarily. He was sleeping for like a whole century. But I do not fear it. If not for your help, this land would be still shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full and happy, and I am grateful for my last moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Arkala. Oh, that's a bit... I'd love to visit you before that happens. Valeria. Salutations. I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash half a year ago. Regrettably, I've had to take credit for dispelling the Ball cult, in your absence you understand, and I'm working on routing the remaining Ballists from our fair city, with a newly promoted Blaze de Vela fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has been made public, an alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bundle of coin, perhaps you can persuade management of my obvious innocence? Much obliged. Very obvious innocence. Wait, the coin can just be used to pay your bar tab. But I feel like she's telling me to go bribe the Elf Song people. Investigator Valeria, Sleuth of Helm. P.S. Any advice on getting Ballist blood out of cloth? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. I'm sorry to hear that. Get a new hat. Ask Gale, he has many. Ravengard. Hero of Baldur's Gate, vanquisher of the Absolute. The city is forever in your debt, for without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch, and that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes near destruction. They have come to regret turning a blind eye to the cruelty Gortash disguised as safety, and it's so loud I can't hear myself. Safety and security. And they understand, just as I have come to understand, that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced. The Flaming Fists will learn to be true servants of the people. And I will devote myself to the ridding of the gate of shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Yours, Older Ravengard. So are you gonna be the Archduke? Or the Grand Duke still? Arabella.
I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Is Ulavar in the Underdark? Hey you, it's Arabella. You remember me, right? Bone Man once said I needed to find balance, where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Fancy talk. He was right though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow in my head, and all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out, so I followed the weave, like Bone Man said. I don't know how I knew what to do, I just did. After you squished the brain, Beardman showed up, said the weave led him to me, and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those leaves on my head tree. He says I need to use magic responsibility. He also says not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how that goes. Is that Elminster? I guess so. Edvard.
I expect there have been other reunions
Edvard
which I was not.
is the... Oh god, who was this again? A small extract from a self-published polemic tabloid. A notice attached at the top. I will not be silenced, E. Needling with Edvard. Oh, the editor guy, right? The Baldur's Mouth editor. Friends, Baldurians, my people. Consider our loss. Our lauded and benevolent patriarchs maimed. Our great upper city libraries demolished. The very beating heart of our great city, the right to speak freely, dead upon the cobbles. Do you not see, my friends? Lord Gortash, formerly our greatest bulwark against the Absolute, is now smeared as a collaborator? His allies and colleagues tossed aside, former publications of repute turning to censorious farces. I ask you. The pamphlet continues on, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's walk around. Oh well, since you just talked about the Baldur's Mouth. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Assassination. Witnesses encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. Okay, they've been peaceful, that's good. Small Sun, tour new district built by Alturian refugees. Refugees making a name for themselves in Baldur's Gate. Janeth House, to host evening of art and culture celebrating salvation of city. New Bardic School, Tiefling founder secures upper city funding. Monument planned for heroes of High Hall. Oh. We just sort of ran away, so they couldn't really celebrate the heroes. Voltham Get Arms Guide to Baldur's Gate. Bard seeks contributors to newest edition. Last holdout, cultists cleared from Temple of Baal. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes. Complain merchants. Settlers bound for lands upriver. Admit claims. Curses lifted. Okay, so the Moonrise area is gonna be better too. Structure found beneath House of Grief. Yes, the Sharans, but it's pretty much abandoned now. Ravenguard returned to full strength. Wave Servant murder solved. The Wizard of Waterdeep. Exclusive interview with Savior of City. Gondians no more. Wolburn Bongle's Iron Hand gnomes take center stage. Iron Hands and Gondians rebuild. They say Gondians no more right here. City's new era of ingenuity. Serial killer unmasked as crazed Ballus. Planar Pains. City caught in center of Githyanki War. These are all the quests that we did. Thorm's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. Fresh stock. An interview with the new master of Ramazith's tower, Roland. Report, Stone Lord killed by beloved ranger. Yeah, sure. Almond Cakes of Avernus. Alturian refugees and owners of city's newest cafe share the recipe. Harper's out of hiding. Secretive sect step forward to aid city. Site of Foundry Blasto sectioned off, says Fist. A lot of good work. Things are getting better, but there's still more work to be done. Hello, Volo.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Anyone ask him to come here? Have you come seeking a statement for your next tell-all?
Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form.
Oh, okay.
You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
I was thinking about this. The Hero and I? Well, I think if it's just standalone, usually you can tell by what comes after the rest of the sentence, but The Hero and I, no?
I, me, it's all Volo as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
So I don't have to do anything.
Your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
So we're pretty famous now.
Don't worry, friend. I'll be sure to send your royalties by post once the manuscript's published. I'm certain I have your address around here somewhere.
I wonder where we're living, me and Shadowheart. With her parents somewhere? Procurer of associate stories and curios.
Other reunions to which I was not invited.
Let's talk to this guy playing our music tonight. Who are you? Millil, Forgotten Troubadour. Sorry for disturbing you.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
The music's fine. Uninvited guests are not. Who are you?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
How do you know Withers?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking.
I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
Is this guy some kind of reference? Reference to something? What were you doing in the fugue plane?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Would it make him feel better? Wait, it's all coming back to me. I know who you are. Oh, what an honor. The last of my inspiration. Come on, come on. Make the guy feel better. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying my best here. I'm sorry, man.
No, I can see it all over your face. You've not a clue who I am.
Well, in that case, I'll leave you in quiet to your terrible fate.
Suppose I'll get back to it then.
So I still have no idea who you are.
I'd take rat over this any day.
Got any more?
Come now, out with it. Would be a shame to leave a party like this bereft of music too long.
You're just bound to Withers to honor the worthy? I never got your name.
Wyll. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to.
Someone else is playing the flute.
Musical prayers were once offered to Wyll, Lord of Song, a minor deity whose worship faded after offending the trickster god Cyric.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Oh, we can make him feel better now. I disagree. It's an honor to be serenaded by Wyll, Lord of Song.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Just keep playing. Nothing. Please carry on as you were.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
Oh, I'm glad we got to make him feel better.
Other reunions to which I was not invited.
Oh, pardon me.
Wyll! How are you?
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Radiant, hopeful Astarion. How are you, Wyll?
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Fresh air. Fresh air. Have you guys been smoking and all in Avernus? Woo!
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious accent I can't quite place.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Oh, so after you fix it, you guys are gonna get out of Avernus and come back? How have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves.
Really now?
Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
I wouldn't know. I only know Wyll and Eldritch Blast. You can't do that anymore. Have you had any time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last Fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
Sure. All the Fists getting pardoned? Well, you can't just take everyone to jail. It's also not practical. I've missed traveling with you. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Same. Thank you for saying that.
Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine, for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Oh my goodness. Smoker and drinker? Wyll! Aren't you supposed to be a paragon of good virtue and, good habits? Not the indulging of cardinal sins and all that?
Cheers to you. Cheers to Withers. Cheers to all of us.
Cheers. Randomly start clapping. Alright, let's read a few more of these.
The whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
I want to know more about that, by the way. Like, do you have to maintain it every morning? Letter from Sebastian. Who on earth is Sebastian? Oh, it's the one of Astarion's first victims, I suppose. After so long in a vampire cell, I'd almost forgotten how to write. Never mind what to write. But what can you say to the person who unlocked your cage and gave you your life back? Or gave us some kind of life at least? After you killed Khazar and opened our cells, we fled into the Underdark. There were thousands of us. A ravenous wave, mad with freedom and out for blood. Thank gods did we find blood. We swarmed every monster and unfortunate in our path, drinking what we could. We lost hundreds along the way, some to beasts, but most just disappeared into the dark. It wasn't easy, but eventually Khazar's house spawn calmed us and took control. They found some old ruins where we could call home, and we've been there ever since, building new lives for ourselves. We're not free down here. The dark will chain us forever. But we aren't the prisoners we once were either, and that's thanks to you. You looked in our cages and saw people, not monsters. And here, down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. Thank you, now and forever. While these people, it's not perfect, but beats killing 7,000 people indiscriminately, I guess. Letter from Floric. Dear friend, I doubted you for so long. Perhaps you knew that already. In spite of my best attempts, you proved yourself time and again. At Waukeen's Rest, in Moonrise Towers, in Worm's Rock, and still I doubted. The Netherbrain's defeat should have proven your courage, yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, a trick. And then one eve, from the elf song I heard it, singing. A raucous, lewd, tuneless, drunken refrain. I never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful. I raised my voice and joined the chorus. That was the moment all my doubts melted away and were replaced with something more valuable. Hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Floric.
Seems pretty red, but
I'm glad.
Not even close.
Floric, I wish she was able to help us more, but yeah, we freed her from the burning inn, and then we freed her from the prison, then she started coming to accuse us of being the devil or whatever because of Minthara, which was kind of like, come on man, I saved you so many times and you don't even trust me. Letter from the Gur. To the spawn Astarion. Greetings from the family of Ulma, hunters of monsters and keepers of peace across Faerun. We know this letter finds you well, for although we hunt you no longer, we do sometimes keep a watch. Your restraint and control over your bloodlust has been admirable. Indeed, it has been an inspiration for our children who have struggled with their own hunger. Also, the kids went back to the Gur. These last months have been a difficult time for our people. We have protected and nurtured our children as best we can, and we have learned much. Herbs we once used to dull our foes' minds are now sedatives to ease hunger and pain. Restraints built to hold the undead now protect them from themselves. There has been a lot of pain, but a lot of progress too. Our children learned discipline and control, while we learned compassion and patience. There was a time when we would have destroyed any undead creature, our own blood or not, and called it a mercy. But then we met you. We saw that redemption was possible. Difficult, yes. Painful, but possible. You saved our children first from Cazador, and then from us. For that, we thank you. We will watch you still, but with more admiration than fear. Walk in peace, Astarion.
Rank. I'd take rat over this any day.
Astarion, he's free from Cazador now, but he's back to the vampire constraints of having to hide away from sunlight and all. So it's not perfect. But better than before, I would hope. Letter from Elfira. Hello, friend. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at the Elf Song Tavern? Well, she woke me up one morning, all excited, and told me she had a surprise for me. She took me to a house in the lower city that had a plaque hanging up outside it. A plaque with your and Lahala's names on it, and School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. It's the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread, and before I knew it, I had a room packed with trainee bards from Candlekeep to Waterdeep. Lacrissa had to quit the elf song to help out. I'm teaching night and day and falling to bed utterly exhausted every night. And I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometime. We'd love to have you. Lots of love, Elfira. Music school. That's nice. Letter from Damon. Hey there. Would you mind passing this on to Karlach? Thanks a mil. Karlach, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way. Thank the gods. I think of you often, wondering what's become of you. Write to me, won't you? Please. Yours faithfully, Damon. That's nice of him. Elminster. Gale, my boy. I can only apologize for my absence from Withers' little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats. And your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to that cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I learned that the orb's malingering presence no longer poses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mystra treated you fairly. I hear you've been dabbling in a spot of educating. A noble profession indeed, and no doubt after your adventures, you've plenty of wisdom to share. If I might offer a modicum of my own, keep your head sharp, your heart kind, and your larder stocked. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Elminster. I don't know, I kinda wish Gale could just get rid of Mystra for good. But he seems happy enough. Letter from Nocturne. Hey Shadowheart. Dear Shadowheart, I hope that you are happy and well. I must keep this short, as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at almost every waking moment in my new enclave. We'll leave then! I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other once again, yours always, Nocturne. Nocturne, all you gotta do is leave. All you gotta do is leave. And you've already done something so hard once. You can do it. I know you can. Astarion!
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
I'm sorry, but you cannot bite me anymore. I'm with Shadowheart now. You can thank Shadowheart for that. Being with her has been a blessing.
Love is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
The last time I saw you, you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that.
Oh, this is nonsense.
But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I'd gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
What?
It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently, I'm rather good at it.
Well, I can imagine. The sunlight thing is a restriction, but compared to Cazador was sadistic and cruel. The sunlight is just, it just is. It's not either way. Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps
I'm still evil.
more me than I've ever been.
Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first. But then I realized. These shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am. In all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you. And you sound way less bitter than when we first met you, too.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
See you later, Astarion.
After everything, this feels nice. A chance to take a breath, metaphorically speaking.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
Yes, Minthara, you've been complaining about that. That's how you get uninvited to things, if you keep talking about stuff like that. Let me just have a quick walk around here. Oh, is this where the mirror was? The mirror I never... Oh, wait. Whoa. No, I'm not ending my adventure. Oh my gosh. Not yet. Woo! Everyone has so much to say.